to multiply matrices. I'm going to start just by doing examples, and then we're going to talk about what's possible, what's not possible. Is multiplication of matrices commutative? Now, what does that mean, commutative? Okay, doesn't matter the order. So, yesterday we did addition of matrices. Is matrix A plus matrix B equivalent to matrix B plus matrix A?
Yes.
Yes, we found that to be true yesterday. So we're going to investigate if when we multiply matrices, is multiplication commutative? Alright, so here we have a matrix A. What would the dimensions or the order of this matrix be? This is a 2 by 3, okay? And let's do matrix B. Okay, so matrix B is a 3 by 2. Okay, in order to multiply matrices, the number of columns of the first matrix must be the same as the number of rows in the second matrix. These two things have to be equal. Whoops. Alright, and what we're going to find is that the number of rows in the first one and the number of columns in the second one end up being the dimensions of the product. So when we do A times B, it will end up being a 2 by 2. Okay, and now let me show you how you do it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the first row of this matrix, and we're going to find the sum of the products that we get with the first column of the second matrix. So this position 1, 1 gets multiplied by this position 1, 1. And then this position 1, 2 here gets multiplied by this position 2, 1. So this times this times this, and then this gets multiplied times this. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do the first row with the second column, and that will give us this. So 2 times the negative 4 plus 1 times the 2 plus negative 3 times the 0. Negative 3 times 1. Sorry. Thank you. And then we repeat the process with the second row. So the 0 gets multiplied times the 1. The 1 gets multiplied times the 0. And the 2 gets multiplied times the 1. And then we do the bottom row times the second column. So we get the 0 times the negative 4 plus the 1 times the 2 plus the 2 times the 0. So here we get 2 plus 0 plus negative 3 is negative 1. And then we get negative 8 plus 2 plus 0 is negative 6. And then we get 0 plus 0 plus 2 is 2. And then we get 0 plus 2 plus 0 is 2. Okay? So the product of matrix A times matrix B, the resulting product is a 2 by 2. And that's what we said it was going to be. Okay? So to do this matrix multiplication, the number of columns of the first matrix must be equivalent to the number of rows in the second matrix to be able to do the multiplication. Okay? So, B times A. Alright, so B was this. 1, 0, 1. Negative 4, 2, 0. And A was this. 2, 1, negative 3, 0, 1, 2. So this is a 3 by 2. And this is a 2 by 3. So is it possible? It is. And what will the resulting matrix look like? It's a 3 by 3. So we can go ahead and answer the question.
So it's not commutative.
It is not commutative. Matrix A times matrix B is not equivalent to matrix B times matrix A. Okay? Alright. So we know that B times A is a 3 by 3. Okay, so 1 times 2 is 2, plus negative 4 times 0 is 0. And then row 1 times the second column. 1 times 1 is 1, plus 1, negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Row 1 times the third column. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. Negative 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. That was row 1. Row 2. 0 times 2 is 0, and 2 times 0 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0, and 2 times 1 is 2. 0 times negative 3 is 0, and 2 times 2 is 4. You try row 3.
Yeah, so this is different than the first one. Yeah, we're like multiplying.
Okay. I wrote out every multiplication step and then I showed the addition. Here, I did the multiplication. I said 1 times 2 is 2, plus 0 times 0 is 0.
Why'd you start on the bottom?
Yeah, wait, I have no idea what's happening.
Did everyone just get really confused?
Yes.
What happened?
We just don't know what's happening.
You just don't know what's happening.
It's like those things where you like draw 2 circles and you end up like a horse.
All right.
You know what I mean?
So I'll show the products instead of just saying
Which
them.
numbers are you multiplying?
Okay. So we're gonna do this row times this column. Okay? What I didn't show was the 1 times the 2. I just wrote the number 2. And I didn't write -4 times 0. I just wrote the number 0. Okay? Now we slide over. This row times this column. Okay? So 1 times 1 plus -4 times 1. So 1 times 1, -4 times 1. And then you slide over. Now we do this row and this column. So we do 1 times -3 is -3. And -4 and 2 is -8. Yes, sir.
Wait, so what changed when you said B times A? Is that just normal? Like A times B and then B times A?
So this was matrix A,
Yeah, I
and
get
this was matrix B. So for the first one, I did A times B.
Okay.
Now I'm doing B times A.
Oh, you
I switched
Oh,
them.
okay. But you're still doing the same thing, but just switch.
You're doing the exact same process,
Okay. I get that.
but the product is very different. Okay? So now I've done the whole first row. So I'm going to slide down to the second row, and I'm going to start back over. So this row times this column. So we have 0 times 2 plus 2 times 0. Okay? Now we'll do the next column. So we have 0 times 1 and 2 times 1. Then we do the next column. So we have 0 times -3. And then we have 2 times 2. The homework tonight is 18 through 32 even on that same sheet as yesterday. Alright. Guys, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna not post this video. I'm gonna record 4th period, and so I'll try to do at least one more example in 4th period. If you need to watch it, fast forward to the end of the video and watch the extra example, okay?
So you can tell everyone that my grade as long as it's better than
I am not gonna tell anybody else's grade.
if you have.
Ever.
Yeah, but it would be good.